Hi guys, today I'm going to talk about something that is very controversial in the fitness industry, and it's protein. I'm going to be very clear. I'm not paid by any company, by any brand to promote a product. To be honest, it wouldn't bother me, but I'm not paid by anyone to sell anything. So everything I'm going to say is just purely based on science and on my own experience. So let's get straight into it. The thing with protein nowadays is that the protein intake is more than overestimated, because you have to understand that those brands, they want you to buy protein powder. That's why they're telling all the athletes, all the fitness influencers to tell you that you need a gram of protein per pound of body weight, or that's equivalent to 2.2 grams of protein per kilo of body weight. But I can say that based on my own experience and based on science, and as always, all these scientific references are in the description below, you don't need that much protein. You don't need a gram of protein per pound of body weight. That's just BS. What you actually need is around 0.6 to 0.7 grams of protein per pound of body weight, which is equivalent to 1.5 gram of protein per kilo of body weight. And that's why I'm eating every single day almost. I mean, if I can eat more than that amount of protein, that's great. But if I only eat 1.5 gram of protein per kilo of body weight, I'm completely fine. The universe is not going to collapse. I'm not going to lose all my gains. Don't worry. Again, the protein need is more than overestimated just because those brands want you to buy their products. They want you to buy the whey protein. I'm not saying that whey protein is inherently bad, because in fact it's a pretty good source of protein, but if you are eating enough, if you are eating 0.7 grams of protein per pound of body weight, you're just fine. Don't worry. The only part of the population that actually needs a tremendous amount of protein are professional athletes, bodybuilders, soccer players, basket players. Those people are exercising like 4 hours a day. They're doing a bunch of cardio, they're lifting weights, they are running, they're doing a bunch of stuff. So their calorie needs in general and their protein needs specifically are higher than the average person. And for those people, it makes sense to eat a bunch of protein. But for you and me, for people that are not professional athletes, we don't need to eat a gram of protein per pound of body weight. Now, I want to make clear that is something else that is extremely important regarding your protein needs, and is the quality of the protein. All the proteins are not the same. You probably understand, you probably know that 1 gram of protein from broccoli is not the same as 1 gram of protein from beef, right? And in fact, in general, animal proteins are more complete and are better than vegetable proteins. And now, in terms of the bioavailability and in terms of the digestibility, the best protein source ever is eggs. There's no discussion. The best protein sources are eggs. And second, it's dairy products like milk. Those sources are the best ones in terms of the amino acids and in terms of the digestibility, right? So again, bioavailability and digestibility, that's what determines if a protein is better than another one. So eggs, dairy products are the best ones. Now, not all the eggs are the same, right? Again, it's a bit complicated, because if you only eat non-organic, non-pasteurized eggs from chicken that have been raised in darkness, in a cage, in captivity, they haven't seen the sun, they only got to eat garbage, literally garbage, then of course the quality of the animal lifestyle reflects the quality of the product. Then the protein is not going to be that good. So it's the same thing with everything. It's the same thing with fish, with meat, and with dairy products. If you only eat milk that is not organic from cows that were in a cage, that were all together, they only got to eat garbage, then of course the protein is not going to be that good. But if you eat only organic, pasture-raised product, animal products, then it's awesome. Sometimes it's a bit expensive, but it's definitely worth investing in your health, right? So again, the best protein source, the one that you can really eat every single day, is eggs. That's the best protein source by far. Then of course you can eat beef, white meat, not as great as eggs though, but they're great. And then vegetable products are also good, not as great as animal products, but if sometimes you eat tofu or you eat lentils or chickpea, there is no big deal, right? You don't want to eat that at every single meal, but again, you can eat protein from vegetable sources. There's no big deal. And what about protein powder? Because with what I said at the beginning of the video, you may believe that I'm against protein powder, but I'm not. Because in terms of bioavailability and digestibility, protein powder is great. One of the greatest protein sources, right? Not as great as eggs, but it's great. So what I believe is that it's a good protein source, but you probably don't need to buy protein powder if you're eating enough proteins in your diet, meaning 1.5 gram of protein per kilo of body weight. Now, to recap, you probably don't need as much protein as protein brands want you to believe. And what's tremendously important is the quality of the protein. The best protein sources are animal products, and the best animal protein is eggs. And ideally, if you can afford it, only buy organic and pasteurized eggs. Now, I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. I hope you learned something, and I hope it's gonna help you. If it did, you can leave a like, subscribe to my channel as well, click the bell button, leave a comment, and I'll see you next time.